Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 organizational meeting of the Kenilworth Board of Education. I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Hope it was a enjoyable, healthy, and safe one for everyone. This meeting is being held in accordance with the schedule of meetings adopted at the organizational meeting held on January 6, 2020. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Kenilworth Board of Education has been provided to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, the local source. A copy has been filed with the Kenilworth Borough Clerk, posted in the board office, the Kenilworth Borough Hall, David Brearley and Harding Schools, as is provided by the Open Public Meetings Act. COVID-19 compliance was updated at the December 14th, 2020 board meeting. This will be an in-person meeting. The meeting location has been moved to the David Brearley Cafeteria due to COVID-19 modifications to the indoor capacities issued by the state of New Jersey. In-person participation is limited due to social distancing requirements and the size of the meeting room. The Board of Education has therefore calculated that 30 members of the public will be able to participate in person. In accordance with the Board of Education Bylaw 0164.6, remote public board meetings during a declared emergency, and in an effort to encourage and increase public participation, the meeting will be live streamed, and the public will be able to view via live stream, YouTube live stream. The link will be available at 7:30 p.m. by clicking on the Board of Education tab on the Kenilworth District homepage, then the Kenilworth BOE YouTube channel tab, where you will be able to see and live stream the live stream icon. If members of the public are unable to attend the meeting in person and do not have internet access to watch the live stream, they will have an opportunity to call in to listen to the meeting. Members of the public requesting this accommodation must request to do so by 3 p.m. prior to the meeting to obtain the call-in information and passcodes. The direct requests are to the Secretary of the Business Administrator at 908-276-1644, extension 1550. This evening, no such requests have been made. Public comment will also be accepted at this meeting as follows: electronically via email to publiccomments@kenilworthschools.com. These messages must be received by 4:00 p.m. on the night of the board meeting. All emails received by the deadline will be read during the public comment section of the meeting. In person, at the meeting venue during the public comment section of the meeting, and finally, by calling into the meeting venue at 908-931-9696, extension 2325, during the public comment section of the meeting. For the record, please include your name and address in all public comments. In accordance with Board of Education Bylaw 0155.1, board member participation at board meetings using electronic devices, board members will have an opportunity, if needed, to participate via Zoom meeting platform. This evening, 3 board members have requested to do so and are participating via Zoom. I'd like to have everyone please stand and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. As this is the organization meeting, I'd like to now read the certification of newly elected members. I, Vincent Ganella, Secretary to the School District of the Borough of Kenilworth, County of Union, New Jersey, do here certify that the following named persons received the highest number of votes and were duly elected as members of the Board of Education of the School District of the Borough of Kenilworth, County of Union, New Jersey, at the school election held November 3rd, 2020, in the Borough of Kenilworth, to wit, 3 3-year terms expiring on December 31st, 2023. Greg David, Ryan Hebert, and Nancy Zimmerman. And I do further certify that Greg David, Ryan Hebert, and Nancy Zimmerman were elected for the terms set forth above. I'd like to now administer the oath of office. Okay. First, I'd like to start off with Mr. David. Mr. David, would you please stand and raise your right hand? I state your name.
I, Greg David,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and this state
and this state
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Greg David,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of a member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1
as a voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime
or offense listed in NJS 18A 12-1,
or offense listed in NJS 18A:12-1,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of that office according to the best of my ability,
of that office according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. David.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Mr. Hebert, please stand. I state your name.
I, Brian Hebert,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state under the authority of the people,
and this state under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Brian Hebert,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
as a voter pursuant to
as a voter pursuant to
RS 19:4-1,
voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1,
nor disqualified due to a conviction of a crime
nor disqualified due to the conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJSA 18A:12-1,
NJS 18A:12-1,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that office according to the best of my ability,
of that office according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Mrs. Zimmerman, would you please stand? I state your name.
I, Nancy Zimmerman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state
and this state
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Nancy Zimmerman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
as a voter pursuant to
as a voter pursuant to
RS 19:4-1,
RS 19-4-1,
nor disqualified due to a conviction of a
Nor-
crime
nor disqualified due to the conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJS 18A 12-1,
NJS 18A 12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
impartially, and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that office
of that office
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Zimmerman.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along, I'd like to now do the first roll call. Biner? Here. Braun? Here. Drogan?
Here.
Hebert? Here. Jankowicz? Here. Ladati? Here. Benici?
Here.
Zimmerman?
Here.
David?
Here.
All present. Okay. Nominations are now open for president. Once nominations are closed, I will call for a vote on each of the nominations in the order they were nominated. As soon as one of the nominations has received a majority vote, I will declare the individual elected. Do I hear any nominations for president?
I nominate Ryan Hebert.
Is there a second for that? Can you respond? Okay, Mr. Hebert was nominated by Mr. Jankowicz and seconded by Mrs. Braun. Is there another, any additional?
I'll nominate Dr. Panici.
I'm not hearing anything.
I said I nominated Dr. Panici for president.
Okay. Is there a second to the nomination for Dr. Panici?
I'll second.
David, okay, so Dr. Panici was nominated by Anthony Ladati and seconded by Greg David. Are there any additional nominations? Okay. Hearing no additional nominations, can I have a motion to close nominations for president?
So moved.
Second?
Motion was made by Mrs. Zimmerman, seconded by Mrs. Drogan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Nominations for president are now closed. I will now vote on the nomination for president of Ryan Hebert first, and then move on to Dr. Panici. This is for the nomination for Mr. Hebert. Biner? No. Braun?
Yes.
David?
No.
Drogan?
No.
Hebert?
Yes.
Jankowicz?
Yes.
Ladati?
No.
Benici?
No.
Zimmerman?
Yes.
Okay. Receiving 4 votes and 5 against, we do not have the sufficient numbers to move along, so we'll now therefore vote on we will now vote on the nomination for Dr. Panici. Biner?
Yes.
Braun?
No.
David?
Yes.
Drogan?
Yes.
Hebert?
No.
Jankowicz?
No.
Ladati? Panici?
Yes.
Zimmerman?
No.
Receiving the majority, 5 necessary for election, I declare Dr. Panici President of the Kenilworth Board of Education, and will now turn over the chair to the president. Congratulations.
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 Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your support. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for all your hard work. Hopefully this year will be a better year for us than 2020 was.
Okay, President Panici, would you like me to continue with the nominations for vice president?
Yes, please. Election of the vice president nominations, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so for nominations for vice president are now open. Are there any nominees?
Vince, I'd like to nominate Greg David for the position of Vice President.
I can't hear.
I'd like to nominate Greg David for the position of Vice President.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion was, the nomination of Greg David was made by Mr. Biner, seconded by Mrs. Drogan. Are there any additional nominations? Yes, Mrs.
I would like to nominate Mark Jankowitz.
Okay. Is there a second for that nomination?
I can't hear it.
Is there a second for the nomination of, thank you, Mr.
I didn't get who was
I
nominated.
will review it, Mrs. Drogan. There was a nomination by Mr. Jankowitz for vice president that was made by Mrs. Zimmerman and seconded by Mr. Hebert. Are there any additional nominations for vice president? Okay, hearing none, may I have a motion to close the nominations for vice president?
So moved.
Okay, Mr. David and Mr. Ladati seconded it. All those in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, ayes have it. Nominations are now closed. I will now vote for we'll now vote for, order it was David. And Hebert. Okay, the first nominee was Mr. David. This is for Mr. David for Vice President. Biner,
Yes.
Braun,
No.
David,
Yes.
Drogan,
Yes.
Hebert, Jankowitz,
No.
Ladati, Panici,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
No.
Receiving the necessary number of votes, Mr. David is declared Vice President of the Kenilworth Board of Education. Congratulations, Mr. David.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Vincent, do we, now we'll move on to the review of committees once we make a motion to close the,
Yes, well, it's your prerogative as president to determine how the structure of the committees will be made. So, yes. So you could solicit requests, or you can.
I can't hear you, Vincent. It's a little bit muffled, so
Sure.
I can't hear.
So as president, you could select the committees or take suggestions from the board and make those at a later date, typically between now and next week.
In the interest of time, if everyone, it's up to what the majority wants to do. We don't have to discuss it now. If everybody wants to keep their current committee positions, we can discuss it now. We can set a meeting to discuss it at a later date. It's up to what everyone is interested in doing. If everyone is happy with their current, chair positions, we can have a conversation and leave it like that. Or if some people want to move around, it's up to what everyone wants to do.
Okay.
I'm good with what I have if that's where you want me to be.
Okay. Anybody else, if you're interested in a committee, I believe last year Greg said email him, so that might be a good idea. I think just email and we can talk that way, or set up a meeting at another date just to review the committees. And then we'll send out an updated list, as soon as possible. This way everybody can kind of make a decision if they want to keep or change. I think that's the best option. So you can email Vincent and, or set up a meeting with him, and then we will update everything and send it out.
Yeah, Dr. Panici, the request should be made to you as president, so you can make the decisions. Of course, if they can
Okay.
always include me on it if they want to. Mrs. Zimmerman, did you want to say something?
No, I was just going to say that I'll be stepping down as chair of curriculum.
Okay.
So that President Panici knows that she can be figuring out among the board members.
Okay,
who she
so
wishes
that's one position Dr. Panici ought to fill is the chair for curriculum and instruction. Yes,
Like traditionally, those that have been on board for a long time, we've always just sent the president emails.
Correct.
What boards we
Anthony,
want on.
I'm sorry,
sorry,
Vincent,
just
the
like
sound is muffled, so I can't
I think-
kind of,
Traditionally, we
But
just sent the
what I'm
board
noticing is that when people turn their heads, they move away from the mic, and then it becomes garbled, so. I guess if you
Okay,
try
in
to.
years past, traditionally, we've always, it just sent the board president, or what we'd like to be on, what boards we'd like to be on. So that seemed to work for every year in the past, so.
Yeah, so if
Just
you,
an
I
idea.
think,
I would suggest doing that as well.
yeah, if-
Because we're not all in the same room.
yeah, so if you want to make a change, let Dr. Panici know, okay? So if you're not happy with your current position, or committee, or you want to think your resources are better served someplace else, let President Panici know, and we can make that, do it soon, because we do have a board meeting coming up on Monday, so we can hopefully address that between now and Monday, okay? All right,
Thank you, Vincent. I'm
No.
sorry it's a little bit, difficult to hear.
no problem, understand. Okay, so next up, we have roll call on resolutions. And then I get to do a lovely ethics presentation for you all. So we have a total of, how many resolutions we got here? 19, I think? 20 resolutions. So we have 20 resolutions. These are all pertaining to the organization of the Kenilworth Board of Education for the 2021 organizational year. Are there any of those resolutions that need to be voted on separately?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Mr. Arlington, some of these books with the older copyright dates, are they updated, or, I see stuff from like 206 and. Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Vince.
Okay. Any other additional questions or comments regarding the resolutions on the agenda, 1 through 20?
Vince, would you please repeat what he said, because we're not hearing?
He asked a question about the copyright dates of the books and some of the curriculum dates.
I'm just gonna be hard to get. If I can answer that.
Yeah.
One additional point is, these may be up for, like, cycled revision right now for,
Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay.
Okay? So some of the curriculum, Mrs. Drogan, need to be revised, and we're constantly going through that revision cycle. So that's what Mr. Ladati was asking, some of the older ones, whether they would be revived, so to speak, or revised. Okay? Some probably do need revived, to be revised, though. Okay? All right, so this is for resolutions 1 through 20 on the agenda. Biner?
Yes.
Braun?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Drogan?
Yes,
Hebert?
Yes.
Jankowicz?
Yes.
Ladati?
Yes.
Zimmerman?
Yes.
Panici?
Yes.
Motion's carry unanimously. Okay. Can everyone at home see this?
yes.
Okay, great. Go back over here. This is our annual ethics training. You've all been provided a copy of this several weeks ago, actually. I sent it to you prior to Christmas break, and I sent another copy to you yesterday in hopes that you had an opportunity to review it. We have here no new board members, so that's a good thing. Some of you have seen this presentation 15, 20 times, if not more. You all do this as part of your annual training with school boards, whether it be your governance 1, 2, or 3, or 4. So you should be very familiar with this. But we are obligated to review this, but I will review it relatively quickly. If there's something that you need us to address and you want to discuss, please stop me, okay? So the first is, this is satisfying our requirements for annual ethics training. It's not, it's required of all new board members, none of which are here, so we could keep going. We're supposed to discuss the ethics annually. That's what we're doing here. And I'm not going to read each one of these. You all have them. You all have them in front of you this evening that you're going to sign. So we're basically not going to review them. individually, that is. Ethics of common areas of concern, financial involvement. You know that if you or one of your immediate members of the family have a financial involvement with someone, you need to recuse yourself. A personal involvement as well, you need to recuse yourself. If you have any questions on anything regarding that, err on the side of caution and either ask myself or our board counsel, Mr. Gagliardi, for an opinion whether you need to recuse yourself on any particular matter. We're all given the agendas well in advance, so if there's something that perks your interest that you might need to recuse yourself, just reach out to us. The other area is collective negotiations, that if there's a conflict between your current employment, specifically if you're a member of a certain bargaining unit, you may need to recuse yourself. We do have that situation with 2 individuals. So they are well aware of that, and we do actively seek their recusal when it comes to negotiation and collective negotiations on the bargaining agreements. Advisory opinions, if we have any serious issues of conflict between whether it's ourselves or someone else, we do have the right to ask the Ethics Commission for an advisory opinion upon request, and they will provide that, hopefully. Doctrine of necessity, right now, that's not necessary for us, but if we had a situation where there were several board members who were conflicted and were unable to, and needed to recuse themselves, you would be able to invoke the doctrine of necessity, which will allow you to then vote on that and not have to deal with that ethical conflict. The summary, basically saying, know your ethics laws, plan ahead, review the agenda, see if there are any conflicts, whether it be personal or financial, and advise the board accordingly. And that's about all we have regarding that. You can contact myself, Mr. Gagliardi, or the School Ethics Commission if it's something involving something more involved that you feel that you need an outside advisory opinion. You could go directly to the Ethics Commission. So are there the ethics law and the school ethics? No?
I'm here.
You're good, Paulette?
I'm good.
Okay, great. All right.
Vincent, do we need to go into executive session or no?
No, we don't, but we do need to open the meeting up to the public.
I make the motion to open the meeting to the public.
And I second that motion.
Okay, and that is 7:58. Okay, all in favor of opening the meeting to the public?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we are now in public. As I said earlier, there are 3 ways to contact and make public comments. First was electronically at publiccomments.com by 4:00 p.m. We did not receive any email requests. The second was to call into the venue at 908-931-9696 at extension 2325. And the phone is raring to go if anyone would like to make a public comment. And then finally, in person, obviously, during the meeting, someone can make a public comment, which there is no one here this evening to do so. So we will just wait a moment to allow people from the outside to call in. And if we do not have anyone, we will proceed with the meeting.
Vince,
Yes, Mrs. Drogan.
somehow I'm not back on screen. It's just that the show ended, but I had everybody up there and they're not there, so what do I do?
He's here. He just doesn't see everybody.
There you go, thank you. I didn't guess you up for nothing.
Okay, I think it's safe. Is there a motion to close the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Oh, second.
Okay, motion was made by Mrs. Zimmerman, seconded by Mr. David. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Hi.
Aye.
okay, motion carries. We are now out of closed session. Is there any other additional comments or discussion the board would like to discuss prior to our meeting on Monday?
Just, I'd like to, Happy New Year to everyone and be safe.
And we are-
God bless you and your families.
Kyle, we're going in
Thank you,
school
Paula.
on the 11th? That's the plan, still there? Okay,
Yes.
just wanted to confirm. that's all.
What did you say, going to?
No,
We're
back in
back
session.
live in session. The school is back in session on Monday, the 11th. So kids, get ready, come back. We're waiting for you. We're eager. It's kind of quiet around the building without you. Okay? Any other comments or
Vincent,
go to the
I
order?
just wanted to make
Yes.
a comment. I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. I wanted to thank Greg for the past year as board president, and thank everybody on our team and all of you for your dedication and service. It's been a rough year. It's, a new journey. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and see you next week.
Okay, great. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
Yes.
All right, we are closed.
Vince, here's your stuff.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night, everyone.